Hi and welcome to Jerry Show's talk about a documentary TV series called Conversations with a Killer, the Ted Bundy tapes. Now, usually I go for pure fiction, be it movies or, I don't know, TV series in general. Doesn't mind what the genre is, but today I wanted to talk about a 4 episode long documentary series about the infamous serial killer Ted Bundy. Now, why I would recommend watching this follows as such with the famous usual 5 reasons which I picked for you, which in my opinion were the reasons worthwhile watching this 4 episode series from Netflix. Now, those of you who don't know who Ted Bundy was, where he was doing his evil deeds and whatnot, this series might be a little hard to grasp if you have no previous knowledge at all. So, to here give a little bit of background. Well, Ted Bundy did most of his infamous deeds around mid late 70s in the United States of America in various locations. So instead of this being like a local killer of sorts, he went and actually traveled quite a bit. And the time span of this of these events is not very short. And while I'm not gonna go into details, I don't want to spoil anything for you. Let's just put it this way: if you have no knowledge or experience or whatever about this person, these events and whatnot, because of your age or just where you live and whatever, you will have probably some questions and question marks running around even after you watch this. So some little background things might not be bad. After all, it's a real person with real events, real killings and whatnot, so it's kind of hard to spoil you all the story here. But even with that, I'll try not to spoil too much. So what would be my 5 reasons to watch this series then? Let's go with the first one. First of all, like I said, it's all about real events and real people. Ted Bundy was a really charismatic guy, smart, kind of a friendly, and the type of a person who seems to go get along with so many people. What seems to be very common in serial killers, even though serial killers are not that common in the first place. So Ted Bundy had all these qualities that actually made him like a perfect candidate for such vicious acts, and that alone is like the good reason to give this series worth the view. Actually, I'm combining two first reasons here. Um, at the same time, I'm talking about Ted Bundy as a reason for you to watch this series, but also the other people, the real places, the events, and the people who are interviewed in this about 4 hours long series. They were all very good reasons to give this a shot. I mean, there are people who even survived his attacks. There are people, like prosecutors, lawyers, policemen, reporters, and whatnot to keep kind of a tear angle on this story. So, first 2 reasons to watch this are kind of interchangeable or overlapping or whatever. Now, number 3 would be that this story, as surprising as it might be, as amazing, weird, and unbelievable as it may sound, it has lots of twists and turns, which then again made Ted Bundy such a legend in his own genre of being a serial killer. The thing is that if he was more stupid, let's put it this way, he would have been caught way earlier, and probably he would not succeeded with so many heinous crimes. But as it seems, he was able to outsmart many people along the way. Now we have to remember that during these late 70s, when most of the events took place, there were not, there wasn't any kind of a even word for serial killer. There were not people that were kind of like profiled as such. As actually, there wasn't profiling in the first place in these terms anyway. So that those twists and turns, they are quite unbelievable, especially if you're looking at with today's knowledge and technology. And those are one of the reasons why this actually feels quite captivating as a series as well. Number 4 would be the lots of people being interviewed. You know, lots of different angles, as I already said, and that actually brings a lot of different aspects. There are also defensive attorneys as well who are giving their opinions and to the story, and also giving some kind of a light to this story and the personality of Ted Bundy, who is obviously been dead for a long time now. But all these different people have their own story to tell, to reveal its own side of Ted Bundy story and the killings and whatever. So it is quite nicely composed series of roughly 4 hours. And that actually brings me to the last, 5th reason to watch this. This is quite a compact series. It's not kind of overdue. I mean, it's about 4 hours, roughly 1 hour per episode. So maybe if you're like me, you don't want to see it one go, but you don't also dedicate, say, week or two for a documentary series. That is quite, bearable, giving it 4 hours. Maybe one episode too much. It could have been, cut here and there. But overall, I would say it's quite a success in a way of sharing this story about this infamous serial killer. So what are you waiting for? Go check out Conversations with Ted Bundy. It's Netflix, at least should be in most countries, and there's also a link to IMDb for more information regarding the series. Should you have any questions, opinions, whatever, drop them on the comment box below and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching. See you soon.